Hello, welcome to another edition of Athletes Corner, and today we got a special guest. 10th Annual Let It Fly Classic is coming up this Saturday. We got Cesar Castro, head coach, Chelsea High. What's going on, man?
What's up, my guy?
It's been a long time.
I appreciate you having me, yo. I appreciate you having me.
Trying to get this going for a while, man.
I know.
But first off, how's your summer going? I know you got your boys active in a lot of things, weight room.
Summer's been really good. You know, these kids are really focused this year. You know, they're getting a lot older. So they realize that it's all or nothing now. You know, I got a bunch of seniors now, seniors and juniors, a couple sophomores. You know, but got them in two summer leagues at P2P. You know, we just missed the playoff push, but they play well up there. They got some good wins up there. You know, they showed that they could really hoop. And to be honest, too, like with P2Ps, like all those teams up there is the best of the best. You know, they're all on one team, teaming up with each other. We're legit. I don't know any other teams like that. I think we're the only probably team up there, just Chelsea kids. You know.
Yeah, you in English.
Yeah, us in English. You know what I'm saying? And you know it, and that's what comes with it. You know, you're gonna get beat, you're gonna lose, you're gonna win some games, but at the end of the day, I tell these kids we got a bigger goal. You know, it's a bigger goal is try to make the playoffs and try to make a push for next season.
Yeah, right. And you talking about putting them to work. It's like going back to the basketball season. You're going into year 4 coming up, right?
4th year coming up.
Right. So 3rd year, you guys had you kind of saw their potential early on, and then things kind of faded out. But you kind of saw like the what they could do when they played their best, because it was a really good start to the season, and then like there was a lot of games you guys had a chance to win, but it was just like those little things that you need to do. But what's kind of the things you was telling them during the end of the season that get them there so you guys could punch that ticket to the playoffs? So
my thing is play with a sense of urgency, right? And don't get complacent and don't play down to your level. You know, I'm not saying that we're the best, but it's like they like the big games. You know, they like the Lynn Englishes. You know, they like the Boston teams. You know, it's like we get up for those type of games, but then we play a team that's right down the street from us, Revere. You know, and then we get smacked up. You know, it's just like, dude, this is not my team. It's not what I know what you guys are capable of. It's like they pick and choose when to play.
Right.
You know, so they gotta learn to bring it every night, because especially with the seniors now, you know. One game at a time. Before you know it, the season's over. They're in the locker room crying. You know, You know, we all been there before. You know, I've been there as a player. I've been there as a coach now too. So it's just they just got to get ready for this year, and then honestly just play with a sense of urgency and really play, as cliche as it sounds, play every game like it's your last. You know.
Yeah, you was that kind of situation yourself when you got the position. You had to rebuild back up the program, right? Because you were the freshman coach before. You were coaching freshman and JV before. I
was coaching freshman team. Yeah, I coached at all the levels, but when I got the job, I was the freshman coach. Right.
So kind of some of those younger guys, you kind of had them. When they came in and until they left, but changing the program, changing the culture around. Just can you just talk to people how difficult that is? Just to there's a lot of things you just got to change. You got to change bad habits with the players. You got to change like their workout regime and all that. Just a lot of things like inside and outside the classroom. You got to get them to change, right?
Yeah. So it takes a lot, you know. So it's like basically, it's like I feel like if we're not opening the gym up, they're not getting in the gym, you know. So I gotta tell them, like, guys, this is not enough. This is not enough. You gotta work on your game by yourself. Yeah. You know, there's group chats. You know, I tell these guys, hey, there's like 12 of you guys in this chat. Why not hey, let's get to a park. Let's go play some pickup. Let's go get work on our game. You know, I don't know if they have a separate group chat. Hopefully they do. You know, and they're doing that. But I can see who's working on their game. It shows in the games. You know, it shows. It shows. Like you talked about certain players, and I'm like, you'll see, I really like his game. He got to work on this and that. And then I send that to them. Like, look, I'm not the only one that's saying that. You have the potential to be good, but these are the things you need to work on. You know, so other than that, but changing the culture, man, it's good. Especially like just obviously I'm from Chelsea. You know, I'm born and raised, went to Chelsea public school system there. You know, and it's hard, yo. You know, just seeing how I still put in work. You know, I tell these guys, yo, guys, I'm still putting in work. Like I'm still going out there running miles. I'm in the weight room. You know, and I don't have to do that. It's just how I'm built. You know, I love the game. I love doing this. Obviously I'm not going out there and doing basketball drills, but I'm doing stuff to just stay healthy in life and in general. You know, so it's like tell these guys, yo, you got to do this. You got to do that. Some are gonna listen and some aren't. You know, at the end of the day, and then before you know, it's gonna be too late. So that's the biggest thing. But I love changing the culture. You know, I love it. I love Chelsea. You know, so it's just basically just trying to get these guys ready. And like I said before, you know, it's just trying to coach them, be like a life coach. You know, so it's just trying to be there for them every step of the way as possible.
Right. The progression too, from the wins and losses are going to come, but what is like the progression on the court that you saw, and also outside of the court? For those guys that want to go to college, or not even to play, just to, if they're interested in going to college to get a degree or stuff like that, or they're interested in going to trade. Well, it's kind of like, did you see like their work ethic change these last couple of years?
Yeah, especially some kids in the classroom too. You know, there were some kids, I always tell you, hey, do not mess up your freshman year. Your freshman year, everybody says like it's like, oh, you just should walk through. No, like you need to take freshman year as serious as possible, because it's harder to try to bring up your GPA right when it's low than to freaking bring it down. You know, it's faster to bring it down. You know, so it's tough. So like, there's some players on my team that like who probably had like a BS GPA, or like a 2 points, not even 1 point something, you know what I mean? But now junior year, I see them with they got 3.9s, and I'm like, see, you were capable to do that, because junior year is obviously harder than freshman year. You know what I mean? So it's like you were able to do that, but it's finally I'm happy that they're locking in now, you know. So it shows that they are growing, that they do want it, you know. So that's most importantly is what they're doing off the court. You know? So on the court though too, is like they're getting smarter, you know. They're making better decisions. You know, some guys are still doing what they want to do, but still trying to crack those bad habits. Dribbling through two people, taking bad shots, all that. But at the end of the day, man, the kid's gonna miss shots, you know. But all I care about is just the effort, the energy, and the attitude. That's the only thing you can control, you know?
Right, definitely. There's a couple games I want to talk about. That classical game, that first meeting. Right.
Oh, my goodness.
That game... That game, there was a lot of energy for that game. A lot of energy. Both teams coming in undefeated, right? Both teams played really well. Their first to open the season in the early set.
Yo, Mook,
and it seemed like it seemed like I was like, because I'm watching, I'm just like, yo, what's going on here? This ain't the team I just watched the other day.
Let me tell you, when I tell you we had the best practices leading up to that game, I was like, I felt so good. I walked in there like with my head, like I was ready, you know. I thought I was playing. I was like, oh, we here, fellas, we here. That ball tipped off, and they went on like an 18-4 run. I said, yo, where's my team at? This is not my team. But yo, things like that happen though. You know, at the end of the day, yo, these are kids, man. They're not pros, you know. They're not pros, so you never know what to expect. Some kid might eat some bad food, get the bubble guts. You know, some kid might have a bad day, don't know how to control his mental. You know, but you know, from watching that first game, I was like, against Claswell, I was like, wow, man, they beat the brakes out of us. They killed us, you know? And then we meet them that second time towards the end of the year, and it felt like it was like a totally different game. Totally different team.
Definitely.
We matched the energy. We were there, always there we were there the whole game. I think we lost by a couple points, you know what I mean? But that was my message to them, like, guys, these are the GBL champs, right? This is the last game of the season. Let's go out there and show them that because they got their whole team coming back. So my message was to them, like, let's show them that we here next year, that we're gonna be right here too next year. You know, so that was the whole goal with them, and it was a great game. You know, the kids play hard. You know, it just
that first game was, and also it was like moments too when you guys played good to great defense, and it was just like,
these dudes.
It's like these dudes are just making everything now. It was like whatever shot they took, it was just like the basket was wide open. The basket was huge.
They couldn't miss. I think they shot like 80% that game. I'm not gonna lie.
I never saw those guys shoot like that. Well, I saw them like another time shoot like that, but that was the first time I saw them just shoot like. I was like, oh my gosh.
It was a whole bunch of steps out there. But to be honest too, I feel like that always happens to me though. Like, you know, there's always games. I'm like, every time we play, I'm like, all right, this is their key guys, and there'll be always somebody that doesn't really.
Someone not on the scouting report.
Somebody's not really on the scouting that just goes off, and I'm like, damn, this is. this is crazy. You know, but it was good though, man. I love coaching against Coach Avery. You know, I actually played when he coached at Lynn Tech. You know, so he known me since I was a kid. You know, he's always somebody that I can call for advice. You know, Coach Avery, he's that guy. You know what I mean? He's that guy around the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really appreciate him, and he's always there for me, no matter what. You know, so I love coaching against him, and I can't wait to hopefully I'm coming for you, Avery. I gotta get one, man. I gotta get one. You know,
he always on one on them sidelines.
Nah, for sure, man. He ain't changed a bit. That's my guy, though.
For you, let's go back a little bit. For you, when did the love of the game start for you? When did you fall in love with basketball?
To be honest, I always loved basketball, you know, but I really started taking it serious like 5th grade. Like 5th grade, that's when I took it. I played every day, you know. I played every day, and then just working out and stuff like that. Just playing basketball with my friends, and then I was always chubby kid too, right? I was like a chubby kid, you know, but I was just like I'm one of the athletic chubby kids, you know what I mean? So it was dope. And I think when there was a time we had like your little youth leagues, you know what I mean? So there was there was a coach coming by for like an AAU program that they were starting. They were called Greater Boston Lions back then. Nkrumah Jones, he's the one who runs it. That's like my mentor. That's my mentor right now. He's like my second dad, you know. And there was a lady who runs the league, the CYBL. She was like, oh, she's gonna pick guys to go to the tryout. And I'm like, yo, she asked almost everybody, right? She asked everybody. I'm like, yo, I'm one of the best kids in this league, and she didn't ask me to go try out. So my best friend at the time, like, I slept over his crib. I'm like, yo, I'm going to that tryout tomorrow. I don't care. Like, I'm coming. And then before you know it, I made that team, and I stuck with it the whole time. I was one of the only Chelsea kids that stayed with it. You know what I mean? And then the rest is history with him. That's my guy. You know what I mean? It's like my second dad. You know what I mean? Shout out Coach Jones. You know, so it was like I took it personal. You know what I mean? Back then, I was like, yo, how can I'm one of the best dudes in this league. You ain't tell me to play. Like try out. At least try out. Now you make the team. You know what I mean? I want to try out. And before you know, I was one of the best players on that team as well. So it was cool.
Yeah. During that time too, that was like an interesting time in basketball because there was like a lot of rivalries all around. There was a lot of kids going to find the smoke. You know, going to find where everybody's at. Right. You just talk about that time for you before entering high school, as a middle schooler and stuff like that. Just how much you had to just play up and go find those, or let those older guys let you get on the team to play to help your game when you're not playing AAU or when you're not at practice. And all that.
I was always taught like you always gotta play against older kids. That's how you get better, you know. But at the end of the day, some of those older dudes don't want to let you play. Sometimes you gotta wait your turn. I remember just going down to the park like, yo, I got next, and like, nah, I know you don't got next. I'm like, you pretty much get pumped like, and then when you step on the court and you show him like, oh, nah, he can really hoop, you know. So then you just get your name up in the city and things like that, and then you just travel court to court, around city to city, and just go hoop with your friends. And I mean, that's how I built a lot of my relationship with people that I know now. You know what I mean? It's through basketball. And it's crazy as it sounds, they're just so dope. You know what I mean? We can connect. You know, even with you know what I'm saying, through basketball. We good friends now. We talk here and there, you know what I'm saying, all the time. Talk about games here, talk about games there, you know, play against each other now, you know. So.
Yeah, I mean, basketball, that's just like it's a universal thing. Like, even if you don't speak a language, you can speak, basketball is its own language. Like, people that, you know, might not speak the same language, but you speak basketball. It's all, for sure. It's all good. You playing at Chelsea High during that time, those mid-2000s, right? You guys were in the CAC at that time, right? And that was a very competitive conference at that point.
Back then it was very competitive.
At that time, right? A lot of good teams in that. So just some of those teams you played against. I mean, you guys played against Minutemen,
Lynn Tech,
Greater Lowell,
Shawsheen. You know, it was always tough playing up there at Shawsheen, small gym, you know. Crowds right there, but Lynn Tech too, man. They were a powerhouse, man. Powerhouse, you know. I got to play against Tony Gallo.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stead. You know what I mean? Jeff. I played against that team.
Right.
Probably, I think we lost by like 40, but you know what I mean. But they were almost won the state championship that year. You know what I mean? They were a really good team. But I like I said before, like I made it like a mission by the time I get to my senior year that I gotta beat them. You know, I gotta beat them. I gotta beat them. So I was fortunate to get those wins my senior year against them twice. You know, against Coach Avery. So I got one as a player. Now I'm trying to coach. Now I'm trying to get one as a coach. You know, and trying to beat them. You know, but at the end of the day, like it was very, very competitive, man. Going against Tony Gallo, you know, he was serious.
Right.
Like, he was serious. Like this dude was really, really. He's a dog. You know?
Right.
And that's one of my good friends now. Right. Again through basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a good trainer, doing his thing with coaching as well. You know, with the White Mamba and stuff like that, and doing his own thing with the training. So.
Yeah. And then that was a big rivalry too, Chelsea and Lynn Tech. That was a big time rivalry.
Yeah, I remember one time
then,
they had
right?
to shut the game. They had to kick the fans out once. I wasn't there, but I wasn't on the team. I was younger at that time.
Right.
But I was hearing stories they had to clear out the gym, no fans. It was just players. You know what I mean? Because it was like a big fight in the crowd or something like that.
Yeah.
It was at Tech. It was like before my time. I'm like, man, those games used to get hectic.
Yeah.
It used to get hectic.
Yeah, because it used to be like standing room only too for those games at that gym with the rubber floor on that court before this newly renovated floor. What's kind of your fondest memory or your the game that really sticks out to you during your time at Chelsea High?
Obviously my 1,000-point game, you know, because that was a really big moment, you know, because I don't think wasn't a boys basketball player to score since like 1980.
Okay.
You know, so I think I'm third all time for Chelsea High boys basketball, you know. So that was a big moment, having everybody there, you know,
right.
the whole city come out to watch me play, and then especially getting the playoff wins at home too, you know.
Right.
It don't get no better than that, playing a home game at your school and being
right.
the underdog too. Even though if you have a good record, they still didn't respect the CAC back then, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like they don't respect GBL now, you know.
Right.
So it's like, even though we had a good record, they was like, oh no, Chelsea's still gonna lose this game. It was against Wakefield, you know. They had us losing, you know. So it was like us getting that win against them was dope, you know.
Right.
Just that Wakefield, they came in heavy with the whole crowd. It was a really good game, you know. So I think those two games was really, really cool for me.
And then you had the one where you sent me that buzzer beater against Greater Lowell.
Yeah, that game.
That one. When you told me about it, I thought it was just like one of those you got to catch and shoot at the three. I didn't know it was from the other side of the court, right? You just heap that thing up. But was that one of those? I'm just gonna throw this up. I mean, it's either we go to overtime or
to be honest, the coach. I actually do remember the coach was like, yo, we're going to overtime, I'm like, yo, coach, I'm making it. Like, I don't know. It's like, it was one of those games, like you watch the film, like everything was going in for me that day. You know what I mean? Everything I put up was going in. You know, I hit a shot to go into halftime, you know what I'm saying? Or was it halftime? Yeah. Hit a shot to go into halftime and all that stuff. So I was just like, everything was just going in for me that night. And to be honest, when I shot that ball from full court, it felt like everything was like in slow motion, and I'm like, damn, that ball was really about to go in. Like I was like talking to myself, like I felt like everything stopped, and it was just me and the ball. I'm like, I kept looking, I'm like, yo, that ball's really about to go in, and then boom, it goes in. And at the time too, my dad, he went to all the games, you know what I mean? So home or away, don't matter. So he was the only like fan at the game from Chelsea.
Because
you
guys were on the road.
Yeah, we were on the road. So I just went to my dad, you know what I mean, telling the fans, yeah, be quiet, talking, you know what I mean, talking my smack, you know. It was because they were talking crazy. But they were sick though. They were sick. That game was nuts.
Yeah, that's one of the worst ways to lose.
Yeah,
it's one of the worst ways to lose.
And then you even hear like on the video, you could hear people talking trash the whole game. You know what I mean? Like, oh, where you take that shot? Everybody, they was just trying to clown us and stuff. We ended up winning the game. You know.
Yeah,
they actually had a good player too that year too. I forget his name, but he was really, really good at the time. There was some good players that came out of the CAC.
Yeah. For you, like some of the guys you played with, who were like some of those unsung heroes? Because every team got to have those glue guys that do the little stuff and stuff like that. Who were some of the guys that you played with that did those things for you?
So one of my two favorite players, named William Hernandez and Joe Ruiz. You know, they every day in practice they brought it. You know, they made me better. You know, fouling me, grabbing my jersey, whatever it took. You know what I'm saying? I never complained. That I knew if I can get through them doing all that, I know during the game I'm gonna get those calls and they help me to get better. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate those guys. Those are my guys to this day. You know, they're some really good peoples. You know, so I love those guys. They're funny, man. They brought it every day in practice. When they got the game in, they did their thing.
Def, man. And now, now full circle, your life right now, far as working, you do a lot of stuff with basketball, doing a lot of stuff with the community. What the 10-year anniversary of the Let It Fly Classic? It started at the Boys and Girls Club, right?
We started outside at Highland Park, right
Park,
across the street from the Boys and Girls Club.
Right.
But then after that, it was too hot. It was too hot, and I kept looking at the weather to that day.
Right.
So I'm like, oh man, the tournament's coming. I look in the weather every day, like, damn, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. I was on some like looking at the weather like 30 days in advance. I'm like, I'm crazy now.
Right.
But you just get started the weather, man. That's the only thing that sucks about having tournaments outside.
Right.
It's just the weather, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. But then after that, we went into the Boys and Girls Club. You know, shout out to the boys and Chelsea Boys and Girls. I went there as a kid. They kicked us out, but like in a nice way though. It was like, yo, see, it's getting too big. You can't be here no more.
Right.
You know?
And that gym at the Chelsea Boys and Girls Club, the capacity wise, you know, because it was like it's only standing room only. And,
and I loved it there. You know what I mean? It was a good feel. That's why last year too we went to the middle school because Chelsea High was like under construction and stuff. Yeah. It felt like the Boys and Girls Club like a 2.0 version. You know, it was a little small. It's bigger than the Boys and Girls Club, you know, but smaller than Chelsea High. But it was like it felt good to be in there.
Right.
But year 10, we back at Chelsea High, so it's gonna feel good to be there. You know, 10-year anniversaries. It's nuts, man. Getting to the double digits.
Right. Because when you started, you're just doing something just to just to have something for your city, and and now it's like now you're getting guys from all over the country that want to play. Now you guys are international too now, right? So expanding it, like was this the idea? Did you guys think like you guys were going to expand it to have it in Europe, to have it in, you guys went to PR?
PR, Europe, Rwanda, you know, London. So yeah, man, we honestly we never thought it was going to take this big to do it in other places. You know? I just go back to the Little Baby song, like we global now. You know, I just think about that song all the time. But it's dope, man. You know, just giving those kids the opportunity to play. Definitely. And then this year too, we have we're going to actually have an international team. So we're going to have 4 kids from Puerto Rico and I think 4 kids from London. They're going to be flying in. You know, they're going to play in the game. You know what I mean, they're gonna see what it's about out here. You know, it's gonna see the different environment. Like last year, we did have 2 kids from London, and then they was like, oh, nah, this is a different type of basketball. Right. You know, it gets gritty. You know, it's in your face. You know, you gotta be ready. Really gotta come ready to play.
Right. And then last year, you also brought in Andre Tyler from Chicago too, who put on the show.
He'll be back this year too. He'll be back.
Oh, he'll be back this year.
Yeah, he's flying in that Saturday. He'll be back. Nico Monday will be there.
Okay, he's been making noise for the past year. But right, so as he said, this Saturday at Chelsea High is the 10th annual Let It Fly Classic. It's an all-day event, so I suggest you get there early, folks. Right. In 10 years, there hasn't been a repeat champion. There hasn't been a repeat. Gotten close a couple times, but there has not been a repeat champion. Why do you think that is?
Honestly, I just think it's just hard, you know? It's just hard because sometimes, obviously, they get a lot of the teams, they go off to college, you know? They try to rebuild and things like that, so it's kind of hard to get the same players back. Or sometimes teams leave, you know? Sometimes players leave. You know, so one year this dude might be on a certain team, next year, I'm playing with somebody else. So they ain't rocking with the vibe or whatever the case may be. They might think there's a better chance of playing with somebody else, you know? But that's what I love about Let It Fly, you know? It's like, you don't know who's going to win. And at the end of the day, anybody can win. It's not like no free agent team out there, you know? It's not like, oh, let me just put a team together and get my feet wet and get exposure. Like, no, this is like the best of the best kids around the way, right? Around New England, your local kids who are not ranked at all, who really do got game, you know, and they might surprise somebody like, oh, this dude really got game. He's out there to play, you know. So that's what I like about Let It Fly, you know. It's just the best of the best, and kids, you either get exposed or you get exposure,
right?
You know?
And the good thing too is because this is March Madness style. It's like you don't want to one loss you out. This ain't one of those we're gonna have preliminary rounds before we get into pool play. This is you're either staying or you going home,
and
right?
You gotta come ready to play. It's not like I said before. It's not getting your feet wet. Like if you ain't ready in the first 5 minutes, the game can be over.
Especially that first game. The first game that's always the most because it's the first game of the day. It's like 10 a.m. They all waking up. If you don't get that together in the first game, you're just gonna be like,
those 10 a.m. games is the hardest. You know, I remember I had Lynn one time play at 10 a.m. You know, they played against Gio's team. Gio had a team coach from Cambridge, and this was a couple years ago. Yeah, a couple years ago, and man, you would have thought it was like a 3:00 game, you know,
The way-
like the way Lynn come with the energy, you know, they were playing hard, you know. The what's it called? GL team ended up winning, but that game was high intense. For a 10 a.m. game, I'm like, whoa, these guys are getting after it.
I think they was up 2 that game.
Yeah, they almost lost. Yeah, they almost smoked it. They almost smoked it. Yeah. They definitely almost lost, but it was a good game, you know. That's why I'm happy to have Lynn back in the mix.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know what they bring to the table. I know the energy that they bring. Win or lose, they come with it, you know.
Yeah, Gio, he's got a team in it, right? Coach Gio.
No, Coach Gio don't got a team this year. No.
Not
But
this year.
yeah, we actually got a team from Springfield this year.
Okay.
Springfield. Then we got that international team. Team Mouse will be in there.
Okay.
You know, we got Jimmy from City Team.
City Team, yeah, they're trying to repeat.
They're trying to repeat.
He said he got. I was talking to him at Shoe City. He said he's got this team got a good chance to be the first to repeat.
Exactly, and then we got my boy James. You know, him and James and the Lindus are easy and all them. Paul, they always be talking trash. You know, but they never play against each other. So I told James, I told Easy, I'm like, yo, enough's enough. Like, we gotta set this up. I don't know when y'all gonna play, but first round, it's over. Like, you guys are playing. They got like the 1:00 game.
Okay.
So it's gonna be up there. It's gonna be up there. So I'm excited about that.
And then Team 100's in it.
Team 100's in it. You know, Ralph always does a great job getting kids. You know, kids like playing for him. So there's rumor has it that Jalen Roberts, he might be playing with the Juice crew now. He might be playing with Juice, and he been playing with Ralph all summer.
Yeah.
You know, so these kids, they pick and choose who they're gonna play with at the end of the day.
They
you know?
them dudes be trying to poach the players.
Yeah. You know,
I like it though. I like it because it's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of talent, and it's well balanced. So it don't make a difference if a guy goes into another team or not, because it's like everybody got a well balanced.
And then they can pick somebody else up too. There's a lot of kids out there. You know, hopefully one day we can grow it even more. You know, and get more teams. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to keep it one day for now, man. Them 3 days. Shout out to Simi, man. You know, that's another one of my mentors. You know, once I get started into the game with Let It Fly, he's somebody that I call to this day. You know, and try to help me out with things like suggestions and stuff like that. One of the best advice he gave me was like never change my date for nobody. You know what I mean? So no matter what, it's always going to be the second Saturday of August. You know, it doesn't matter who's coming to town. Doesn't matter what else is going on.
Right.
You know, so
because this is also kind of like it's not officially, but it's kind of like the unofficial last big tournament of the summer and stuff like that, because you know kids are gonna start going back to school in a couple weeks and all that. And, you know, the prep kids are gonna be going back to school as well as and the college players who aren't already in school already. So yeah, it's kind of symbols the last big tournament of the summer. But also you got a top players of all time, top 25 players of all time on the Instagram page, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna run through. They've already listed 25 to 6, so they're the next 5 or
we got the top 5 list coming out tonight.
It's gonna come out tonight. 5 to 1. But I'm gonna go down this list from 25 until 6. We got Jalen Johnson, Enoch Cheeks.
Enoch Cheeks. Yep.
Is that Sam Cody?
Yep.
Jarnell Snow Guzman, Lynn's own, Curtis Henderson, Brockton's own. Who's that? Ja'Kai Doughton.
Yep.
Nick Timberlake.
Yep.
Lyron Bennett, Kurt Tang. He's over there at Michigan State. Warren Kill Jr., Sebastian Wilkins, Lateef Patrick Jr., Jared Boyce, Andre Mills, Nate Robinson, Bensley Joseph, Devontae Jameson, Jason Sanan, AJ Reeves, and Tyler Whitney Sidney. And from a lot of these names that I'm reading, some of these guys have finished their D1, their time playing Division I. Some of these guys are going into their Division I time. Some are going into like their second year. So and you see, and some of the other guys are highly recruited going into their senior year this year too. So this just shows you the level of talent that comes. Hey,
we might as well drop. We're gonna drop the list right now. We're gonna drop the list right now.
Man,
you know what I mean?
This is official, Pedro. This is the first time we're gonna put this list up on our Instagram page right after we done here. But this is the first time somebody's breaking news here.
Yeah. So after we drop the list, man, the list coming out later on today. So might as well just post it and then we can just talk about it. You know what I'm saying? After we post it, we'll talk about it after. You know what I'm saying? So might as well just drop it.
Yeah, let's go.
Let me see. Let me get this.
I think I have a feeling I might know who's in that top 5. A couple of guys.
Let me get this real quick.
But as you're looking for it, how many texts have you received about who's not on
there? There's a lot of texts. There's a lot, man. There's a lot. So, let me see. If I don't... Because we didn't make any changes, man. I think this is the final list.
And how did you guys comprise this list? I mean, was there like a crew of people that?
Yeah, so you know, I sent it out to a couple other people that I know. You know, like, hey, what do you think about this? And they made some changes, and it's basically like off impact. You know, off impact of what they did during Let It Fly. You know, it was nothing mostly. It didn't really matter to like what they did like after Let It Fly, like cause wise and stuff like that. Because if not, this is getting even more crazy. You know, so.
Just that Let It Fly, you know, what you did that day. Right. Nah. I've got some memorable moments we're going to talk about, too.
Yeah, so I'm going to start off with number 5.
All right,
number 5, we got Trey Norman.
Ooh,
you know, that's
Trey
certified killer.
He put on a performance that last before going into the Marquette. That team, though, that team
was like the Avengers.
Yeah, that team was definitely the Avengers. Who they had? Him, Bo.
Yup, Tyler Bo.
They had his
Andre
teammate.
Mills.
Andre Mills is on there. His teammate at Worcester Academy.
K Vaughn.
K Vaughn, yup.
They had who else? AJ DeBonsa.
Oh yeah, AJ DeBonsa was on that team.
They had the kid that goes to UMass, I think now. Jaden Neek, something like that. Jaden Neek, I think his name, something like that. And Shy Odom.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that team.
That team was not.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best teams. I don't know if you're gonna do a top whatever Let It Fly team next year or something, like the top 10 Let It Fly teams of all time. I don't know if you're gonna do that next year, but that team definitely was one of like the most.
There, man. That team's up there.
Yeah, and you just look at all those guys too. I think every single one, Division I player, every single one of them.
That's the thing with Juice, man. Like Juice, he get those type of guys. You even remind me of like the Fat Joe at Rucker Park. You know what I mean? Everybody want to play for him. You know what I mean? That's how it is. That's how he carry himself. You know what I mean? Everybody want to play for Juice. You know what I mean? The Juice Crew. You know, that's what it is. You know,
definitely.
So and then at number 4 we got Jason Asamoah.
Of course.
You know,
two-time
Let It Fly champ. You know, MVP.
And Len's own Jason Asamoah.
You know, he's a killer, man. Shout out to him. He's at BC now.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, about to have a great year over there. And then number 3 we got AJ DeBonsa. You know,
he had one of the most viral moments at Let It Fly Classic. Man. He had one of the it's on my YouTube channel too if you want to check it out. It's on the Let It Fly Instagram page.
Wow.
It was just one of the craziest plays that shut down that gym that day, man. I remember that.
And then we have at number 2 we got Alex Rivera, aka Puerto Rico. Man, that
shooter.
Boy.
He was shooting that thing that day.
Yo, I think he was averaged more than 30 points that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every game, I think in total of 3 games, he had over 90-something points.
Yeah.
You know, so he really put the ball in the hoop. You know, he could really, really flat out score. Shout out to Alex Rivera. You know, he's doing his thing, training kids now. He finished his college career, had an amazing college career.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing, giving back to the community. Amazing high school career at Lowell. You know, I think it was my first time seeing him play Lowell versus Everett. I went to this game, Lowell versus Everett.
Oh, the playoff game?
Yeah.
That was that big playoff game. Yeah, him and Jared Boyce going.
Who is this kid going crazy? Like, he's taking every shot. Like, he work on it, though. Like, you could tell. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, he's going. And he got bounce.
Yeah,
he got bounce.
He gave us 40. I think he gave us 40 or 41 in the playoffs. Yeah, because they played the English and Classical back to back.
Yeah.
I think he scored 40 in both.
Wow.
Yeah.
And number 1, man, Terrence Clark, man, R.I.P. You know,
R.I.P. Terrence Clark.
R.I.P. Terrence Clark, man, number 1 player at Let It Fly. You know, he was actually only a freshman, yo, when he played.
Did he have the first viral moment for Let It Fly?
I believe so. When they was going back and forth with Puerto Rico with the N1-3, all that stuff.
And then he just shut it down with that dunk. Yeah, because I think that was my first time seeing something from Let It Fly was that dunk.
Oh no, that was Cazell who dunked that.
Oh, that was Cazell.
Yeah, that dunk was viral. That dunk was nuts. But yeah, Terrence Clark, man, they had a very viral moment too. You know, they was going back and forth, 1-on-1, threes, back and forth. And he put on. He was the youngest one then. He put on for sure.
Yeah.
You know, R.I.P. Terrence Clark.
Rest in peace, Terrence Clark. But
that he's really him. You know, so that's the top. That's the rest of the list right there, man. Top 5.
Hey man, that's not that. Hey man, nah, that's not a bad list. That top 5 is. If anybody got complaints about that top 5,
that's what I'm saying. You know. So we'll wait to put that out. You know, we'll wait to put that out when we drop the list, and then we can drop that video too. You know, so that'd be dope.
Yeah. We'll put this on the Instagram page so y'all can discuss. No, let me go with some of these players. Just Josan Sanan. Like his before going to Arizona State, that was Team 100 when they won it, and he had a Rule 5 dunk in that
Rule
one.
number 5. That's the best rule we have right now,
and,
man.
It was just so effortless for him. It was just so easy for him, just scoring. It was just too easy.
Yeah.
It was like he wasn't even working hard to score, too.
He's a real, like, it's just, like you said, it's so easy, so effortlessly. I'm so excited to see him play, you know what I mean, with Coach Pitino, Rick Pitino over there at St. John's, you know. I'm really excited to see him play. I work on a different aspect. You know, Rick Pitino is all about defense, you know. I'm really excited to see what we could do on the other side of the ball. You know? Right. So that could probably raise his stock on him. He's definitely got a chance to go to the league. You know?
He's already on those draft boards. So we'll just see where it goes. Tyler Whitney-Sidney and Jason Asamoah had a great back and forth. What was it, 2021? That was when they came back after COVID, right?
That was that 3 overtime. That game had 3 overtime.
Yeah, that was a 3 overtime game. It was really crazy. That was my first Let It Fly Classic. That was the first time I went. And yeah, him and Tyler was going into his freshman year at Lehigh that year. I think Jason might have been going into I
think senior. He's going into his senior year, Jason.
Either junior or senior year, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think he was going into his senior year, 2021, 2022. Yeah, junior year. Yeah, junior year.
Yeah, and those two, they had a little nice back and forth with, you know, and then they was talking trash to each other. The crowd came on the court and all that. That was one of my favorite moments. I also like Curtis Henderson and what's his name? Makai? Was it Makai?
Makai. Was Sam? Maybe Sam?
I forget he was. He played at Boston English. I forget.
Oh yeah, Makai. Yeah,
Makai, right?
He had a good moment too.
Yeah, him and Curtis went back and forth at it, and too. That was another little bag, and Curtis Henderson.
I'll never forget Curtis, man. He playing in them red 12s, man. That's all I remember. I'm like, yo, this dude's killing out these 12s.
Right. And my first time seeing Curtis was at Shoe City, but this was when he was like younger. Like it was like he might have been like a freshman or so. That was my first time seeing him, and then I seen him again years ago. I was like, oh snap, this could be. And Andre Mills and Nate Robb, man. Nate Robb's one of my favorite players. Nate, that lefty, smooth game,
and he's getting better too. He's still getting better, man. That kid's nasty. I love his game, man. He scores effortlessly. Another Let It Fly MVP. You know. He went crazy last year. He went absolutely nuts.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He went absolutely nuts.
He took over the game. Yeah. He took full control of the game. Andre Mills, like I said, he was on the Avengers team. That if anybody's watched Andre Mills play, you just know just get out the way if he got a clear path to the basket.
Definitely get out the way.
And no pros have been drafted yet, right? You guys haven't had a pro drafted. Well, Terrence Clark.
Yeah, Terrence Clark. Yeah, but no pros. We had some guys that had some shots in the NBA. Like AJ Reeves. He played in the G League. Yeah. AJ Reeves. Who else was on there? AJ Reeves. Yeah, that's about it, I think.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
I mean, we're about to have a number 1 pick soon.
Yeah, number 1 pick. AJ DeBonce,
And him and Josan, they might be in the league next year.
For sure.
How good is that to see some of these guys elevate and just going on and doing great things? Either they get to the league or they're playing overseas or, still playing in somewhat professional capacity years after being playing in Let It Fly.
It's a beautiful thing, especially like in Chelsea, a lot of those kids, that's their NBA. That's what they're like. Oh, they think those kids are going to NBA. They get to see him, and they're like, oh snap! Like he played in Chelsea High. Like he's playing on TV now, playing high level college and all that stuff. So it's good for them to see. You know what I mean? So it's in arm's reach. They get kids taking pictures with them. So it was dope. Even talking to these kids now, like one of my buddy Bryce Deutsch. He's at Rutgers. Another one who could have made the list. Another one who could have made the list. He's playing at Rutgers now. And he had a really good freshman year. So I'm looking for him to have an explosive sophomore season over there at Rutgers. Even him talking about like, yo, I need to Let It Fly championship. And he ended up getting one. You know what I'm saying? So it was like it's the little things like that. Like these kids really, really want to win a Let It Fly championship. It don't matter, like it's just a bragging right type of thing. It got to that point, like it's not they ain't getting no money. They're playing for a trophy. They're playing for this right here. You know what I'm saying? Like they playing for this. And
then for those guys too, it's kind of closing out. It's like officially closing out their high school chapter too. So you definitely want to end like that chapter with the W and a trophy too. What's your favorite moment from Let It Fly these last 10 years?
Favorite moment. I'm not gonna lie, I really, really like that moment with Alex Rivera and Terrence Clark. That's one of my top moments right there. Cause he was just going. Alex was just going crazy. Yeah, I mean, he had me. I had the Puerto Rican flag. I was running around the court like I was on the mic. Puerto Rico. Yo, he was going crazy. He was going crazy. You know, so that's one of my top moments right there. And then obviously the dude was getting dunked on.
Oh man,
that was like that's what. I think we announced the rule and then it actually happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fact that we announced the rule and then it actually and like dudes already knew. Like dudes know you get dunked on, you gotta go take a seat. Like everybody knows it. You know what I mean? Dudes don't get mad. Everybody be tapping their. You know when you do that now, people be getting all upset. Like nah, that's just a let it fly thing. Like dudes know. You know, so it's dope, man. That's probably one of the top moments right there.
Cause you know mine is that AJ the bouncer. that dunk. That dunk was. I lost my mind on the mic on that one because first I didn't see it coming. Mm-hmm. I thought he was going an easy flush because they had the break, but then the way he just went up on that dude.
And that dude was like 6'10" too. Right. He was huge, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, and for a middle schooler to do that, well, it was like freshman at that point, doing that was so wild.
In that year too, AJ, I think he was in 8th grade going into freshman year, right? Yeah. He played. The dudes don't even know he played on the middle school and in the high school division.
So
he played a total of 6 games that day.
Yeah.
Won the middle school championship and then won the high school championship. Got the middle school MVP. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo, he was playing basketball all day that day.
Pretty much. I remember him the year. I think it was like was it the year before?
He was on the year before on the Brockton team.
Yeah, he was on that Brockton team.
He was a young bull. Like
young,
nobody really, you know what I'm saying? He still was catching dunks and stuff like that, but he was real young. He was only in 7th grade.
Yeah. I didn't because I seen the picture I posted and he was in the back and I was like, oh snap.
I gotta actually go back. I think you was there for that, right?
Yeah,
I gotta go back to that tape and watch because he played in that game. You know, I gotta watch some film on him on that. I think he even caught a putback dunk in that game and everything.
I think so too. But yeah, I remember because when he was going crazy, I'm like. And then I go back and look. I'm like, yo, that was that kid. I was like, oh, that was great. But as he said, this Saturday at Chelsea High, doors open at 9 or 9:30?
8:30, 9 o'clock. You know, we got some breakfast. You know, for the players. You know, they get to eat. We got free food. What's it called? We got raffle tables. You know, shout out to all the sponsors.
Right.
You know, and then
you guys are also giving away scholarships that day too.
Yeah, we give scholarships that day. We're raising money for the scholarship for the Chelsea High students, seniors. You know, that going off to school. They use that money for books, food, whatever the case may be. You know,
right.
It's a beautiful day, man. You know, I like to call it the Chelsea holiday. You know, so it's a one-day event. That's what I love about it. You know, it's no like, hey, I'm gonna come Sunday. I'm gonna come the next day. I'll come Saturday and not go Sunday, or I'll go Sunday and miss Saturday.
Right.
You got to get there. You know, if not, see you next year.
Yeah, pretty much. Get there early too. Get there early. Like it gets crowded in there. It gets crowded in there. I mean, last year it wasn't as crowded as it normally was, but it's back at Chelsea High, so.
And that's the thing,
too.
It's
a big gym, but it might be standing room only.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. Like, when it's like smaller gyms, people don't like to stay all day because they got to stand up. There was no place to stand. So Chelsea High is big. There's plenty of place to to sit down. But a lot of people are standing, too, so they get to move around, a lot more action. Right. And we got the middle school kids back, too. You know, there's a lot of good middle schoolers that's going to be playing. They're going to be playing in the other gym.
Small gym.
You know, trying to work their way to play in the big gym for the main event.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why my main focus is just like, that's why I like doing the high school and middle school, you know?
Yeah.
Because like I said before, there's so many tournaments out there, and their always main focus is the men's, you know?
Right.
So that's why I was like, they know this is their show, you know?
There's also the girls' game, too.
Oh, the girls' game, yeah.
There's also a girls' game there.
That girls' game's going to be good, too.
Yeah, the girls, there was one time I was about to take a break and go eat. But I decided to film the girls' game, and then Sophia went crazy. Sophia went crazy from 3. She's going to Fairfield, right? She's going
Fairfield.
She's going Fairfield, but she went crazy that game. So the girls' game, they got a girls' game too, and that game is who's coaching the girls this year?
So I got my buddy from Chelsea. His name's Josh Inception. His daughter's she goes to Lynn English. She just finished her freshman year. Her last name's Conception.
I know who you're talking about.
You just had him up there.
I know he's the little shooter.
Yeah. She's nice. Like that, man. She's nice. Rising star, you know. And then I got in touch with Jeanette Barrier. Jeanette.
Yeah.
She helps coach She got her own program as well. She does girls thing, so she got some girls that's coming by as well. So it's gonna be like a rising star game. You know, she got some young girls on there too, so it's gonna be dope.
Did y'all have Bella playing it?
Bella, I think she played a couple years ago.
I think she played that year with that year that Sophia went crazy. I think she played that year. Yeah, a couple of those St. Mary's girls played that year, that state title. Yeah, man. Hey, folks, come out, Let It Fly Classic this weekend, 10 a.m. as he said. Just get there, enjoy a fun day of basketball. I'm telling you, everybody involved in basketball in the North Shore, South Shore, Merrimack, just around the area are going to be there. If they don't already have something going on, they're all going to be there. So make
That's
sure
where everybody's going to be.
Yeah, make sure you're there, man, to check it out. Please plug in the social medias if they do want to check out the Let It Fly highlights and some of the videos that you guys did with Conceptions. Is that Concepts? I meant to say.
Yeah, Concepts, Jordan, all that stuff.
Yeah, they did the videos last year. So make sure if you want to check out last year's stuff, go on the Let It Fly Classic page, which is at Let It Fly Classic on Instagram, and Let It Fly C's on Instagram. So make sure you check all that out, man.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there all day. I'll be there all day. So I got a game in like an hour or two.
we got some hooping later on to do, man.
There's a lot of basketball. We got that going to P2P for the playoffs tonight. Lynn Rebels is playing Team Unity. Them two teams was going back and forth last week, so they go play in the first round, and then there's another game. There's the last two games going. I'm gonna be out there. My man, appreciate it.
Nah, man.
Here's a trophy, folks.
Here's a trophy, man.
Here's a trophy. Trying to get a repeat.
Who's gonna get it?
Who's gonna get it? Yes, city team trying to repeat. Oh, fun facts. Pedro back there, he played at Lynn Tech, so he knows about the Chelsea Chelsea Tech rivalry. Yeah, so it's a fun fact. You guys been watching Athletes Corner. We out of here.
Thank you.